Pasadena High School Eagles have a proud history, and this year, we celebrate 100 years. The Pasadena High School program began in the 1923-24 school year as construction of a new high school facility. The small Strawberry Farm community was growing, but until then, once students reached high school age, they completed their education at Harrisburg High School, later known as Milby High School. The first principal, R.T. Gore, presided over the first graduating class and handed out diplomas to 3 boys and 3 girls. As construction continued, the fall of the 1924-25 school year brought about the first vocational classes established by Peggy Cowart as the first teacher librarian. In the fall of the 1925-26 school year, Pasadena High School football began its inaugural season. The team played on an old plowed field under Coach Paul Long, many times in mud up to their ankles. They played 6 games the first year without even crossing the goal line. The Eagle was chosen as the mascot with original school colors green and purple. That changed when green and white sweaters were found on sale at half price. The 1927-28 school year graduated 5 girls and 3 boys as the first class to attend 4 complete years at Pasadena High School. That same year, a physical education program was started with full-time instructors for both boys and girls. During the 1928-29 school year, a girls' gym and an auditorium were added to the campus. That year, the number of graduates more than doubled to 17. By the 1929-30 school year, the city of Pasadena's population had reached over 1,600. Pasadena High School had grown to 107 students, and the first band was organized under the direction of Mr. Vic Kucera. Growth continued throughout the 30s. In the 1931-32 school year, a home economics building was added along with the first football field. And in the 32-33 school year, a boys' dressing room and bus barn were built, and the high school organized its first baseball team. 1933-34 introduced a new manual training building, and Mr. Music, Gene Stutchberry, came to lead the 24-piece band. The population of Pasadena continued to grow and had more than doubled in a decade. In 1941, Superintendent H.A. Jackson and Principal J.F. Horton presided at the dedication of Eagle Stadium. In 3 short years, the population of Pasadena tripled. In 1944-45, a band hall was built and named after Gene Stutchberry. The 1946-47 school year brought about a new vocational building and boys' gymnasium. That same year, the first homecoming game was played against Orange High School. In 1950, the Science Building was built as an addition to the PHS campus. Pasadena High School had begun taking shape. 1952 saw much expansion throughout the Pasadena High School campus. The vocational, science, and boys' gym were all expanded to accommodate the growing number of students. A new auditorium was built in 1957. In the early 60s, the main building of PHS at that time was torn down so construction on a new main building could begin. The first portion of the new main building was opened in 1963, but construction was not completed until 2 years later. New dressing rooms for the physical education class were built at that time, and a campus beautification program was started. The following year, air conditioning made the classrooms much more bearable. A 3-story classroom building and a new cafeteria opened in 1972. In the 90s, property surrounding Pasadena High School was acquired by Pasadena ISD, and expansion continued. The campus now stretched from Vince Bayou on the west to Main Street on the east, from Highway 225 on the north to Jackson Street on the south. In 1995, a new main building, vocational building, gymnasium, and vocational annex were added to Pasadena High School. The new main building houses the math and science wing, offices for the principal, assistant principals, and counselors, and the library. This building is connected to the facility, which houses most vocational classes, as well as business and ROTC classes. A new sports complex was constructed and named for Robert E. Barfield, who was the head coach and athletic director at Pasadena for more than 20 years from the 1950s to the 1970s. A covered walkway was constructed across Shaver, which connects the complex with 3 new athletic fields for football and soccer, baseball and softball, and an all-weather track. The De La House Vocational Annex, which once housed cosmetology, auto collision, and auto tech classes, opened in September 1997 on Shaver Street, just down from the main campus. One of Pasadena High School's richest traditions is the crosstown rivalry between Pasadena High School and Sam Rayburn High School. The tradition includes a Burn Sam bonfire and a parade to Veterans Memorial Stadium.